By the way, did you see there was a really weird article in the last week from some, I think CBS or I don't know, some media outlet about praying the rosary as a tool of extremist hate?
That was in the Atlantic.
It was like the most, okay, it was so bizarre. I actually assumed it was Babylon Bee. Like it was like, okay, this is actually pretty good satire. Like I get this is really making fun of crazy lefties, except they write it anyway. Like they're just, it is making comedy harder because they will say any asinine thing. But what was your reaction to all right, I'm going to play the straight man here. Michael is praying the rosary, a tool of extremist hate?
Well, I actually have a high-capacity rosary, so my rosary has 50 Hail Marys on it. But not just that, we've got some Our Fathers, we got some Glory Bees. Now, the rosary has been around for, roughly 1,000 years, and really even earlier than that, because there were earlier forms of what became the rosary, Christian prayer beads, going back to the very earliest days of the church. And the Atlantic, whoever wrote this column, obviously doesn't know anything about that. In the subheader, they actually referred to the rosary as a sacrament. And again, you don't need to be a doctor of the church to know that the rosary is not a sacrament. 7 sacraments of the church, rosary beads are not one of them. And so they broadcast their ignorance basically from the headline of the piece, but then they spout off on it anyway because the author, just like so many liberals, is frequently wrong, but never in doubt. And what is this about? I mean, I think they actually have a really clear political motivation here. They want to cast anything that is Christian as extreme or terrorism. And so when you see, as frequently occurs, little old nuns praying outside of a Planned Parenthood, praying their rosaries, why, that's a symbol of terrorism. That's a great threat to the country. We better call law enforcement out on them. We've got to suppress these symbols of hate. So I'm holding on to my beads. They are not registered, and Molon lave. That's what I say about my rosary. Come and take it.
Well, and to be fair, though, I guess the Atlantic does have a point. If I remember correctly, one of the Godfather movies, one of the assassins was dressed as a priest and carrying the rosary and committed murder. So
that's a good point.
There we go. QED, they've proven their case.